I feel like we need a new build. Personally, I don't think I like the Aether Lens Blink Ags because you have no mana regen. So it's like if you don't hit that team fight window where you're winning fights, you just stop farming because you don't have a Kaya for mana regen. I still think there might be some potential for like an Octarine core in the mid game on Lina. Maybe that's crazy, but it would give you mana regen. I don't know, something like that. You need more sustain, I think, even though getting kills to the X is cool.
Has anyone done a right-click Lina so far, or have they all been
it's
bad?
no bad. It's like 200 less attack speed than it used to be. Or
yeah, I know it's bad. I just think like you do want a hero to stand its ground, because if she's supposed to like kite using the mobility of the Ags and stuff, I don't feel like against track, against the Rupture, that's necessarily going to work.
She needs to sit in the back while other people front lane, kind of. More or less. Let somebody else get ruptured, I guess.
I would like aura items on Pure this game, by the way.
Yeah.
I think the best strat for them to win is to have Rupture cast and then that guy stands still for 10 seconds.
Oh my god.
Is this a warm-up? I'm still committed if you're making me go to the
Making you?
If you're having
Brian,
me.
this has to be fully consensual. I would never drive cars on you without your permission.
I'm consenting.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm gonna remove my mic thing because otherwise it's gonna be a speed bump on the.
So race car, who's more of a race car team? Evil Geniuses or BetBoom? Who's more of a tractor team?
EG. EG is more of the race car team, I think.
EG's more race car, BetBoom's more tractor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. BetBoom slow, deliberate.
Yeah.
I mean, they're faster these days, but.
Oh yeah. Can we get a zoom in on that?
Okay.
Can't wait. I'm gonna tell some tractor jokes. I've been saving these up for decades.
You didn't start the car.
Looks like one more. Okay, fine.
You need some kind of ramp between your legs. You could.
3, 2, 1.
BetBoom's gonna win.
You're too caked up, Brian. I'm sorry. We gotta go to the game. It's time for BetBoom versus Evil Geniuses. Game number 3.
Well, that was hot. EG versus. EG versus
exactly what I thought you
BetBoom.
were going to say.
It's late here in Sweden. Might be slightly delirious. EG versus BetBoom game number 3 is underway. And we get to see some new-ish heroes for us, at least. We haven't cast a whole lot of Juggernaut. I think we've had one Lina game.
Have we cast a Lina? I don't think we have.
I definitely watched a bunch of it.
Yeah,
and they all lost almost. Maybe won, but
yeah.
And then the Shadow Friend, one of the classic mid-heroes in Dota history. Your thoughts on the lineups, Cinderman?
C-Smile is kind of the only player who gravitates this much toward SF right now. He's Grandmaster.
It's late here.
Yes, very late, apparently. He's Grandmaster on that Shadow Fiend, and yeah, he plays it a lot, and he's been having some really good performances on the hero for this team, also in this tournament. But most of the time when EGF picked it for C-Smile, it's been into an enemy mid matchup that he knew in advance. So
yeah,
curious to see how it's going to go when he doesn't have the favorable matchup, because I think every time we've seen him play it, it's been against a melee mid. This time he gets the dubious honor of playing against Lina.
Yes. Is that a bad matchup, you say?
That traditionally is not an easy matchup for Shadow Fiend. She outranges him. It's hard to hit Ray's combos. She has a damage advantage early on as well. And once she hits level 6, you're in kill range. You are extremely susceptible to getting roamed on by the techies here. If any blast off hits you, you just die 100 to 0.
Yep.
So
that is accurate.
Challenging game for C-Smile ahead for sure. And the dangerous thing here is I think he's actually extremely important for his team in this game. They need to, like the panel talked about, he needs to be able to stand his ground and deliver and be a threat so that Pakaz gets space on the side.
Spin in the bot lane. It looks like that's going to be first blood for Nightfall's Juggernaut. And of course, this is a classic hero for getting first bloods, but we haven't really seen him that much, and it feels like, oh, Whisper's going to get caught by the kinetic field now.
We have another glimpse in a moment.
They sure do, Cinderman.
Oh, they're going to expend it on Matthew instead of Whisper.
Healing Ward, keeping both Toronto, Tokyo, and Nightfall very safe. But yeah, Whisper playing the Snapfire again, had a very good game, but never really got to be a right clicker. We talked about the potential.
That game ended.
He might not even did he hit level 20? I remember talking about when he was 19 in the game. It felt like it ended shortly after that.
Yeah, I think he didn't even hit it.
But even if he did, he didn't have the right click items because he went for the Lincolns that game. Either way, that's not the reason they lost, obviously.
Right.
The funny thing is, if they just had buyback on Ursa, they might still win that game.
Yeah.
That's insane. Blade Fury again, bottom lane. Whisper pops the Fairy Fire and will live. Trying to turn this around on a Nightfall. Is going to get stunned now by the Shadow Walk. Do they have a Blood Grenade to add to it? I don't think so. Nightfall looking for a high five. Scatter Blast and the right click are enough, actually.
Oh, Matthew. Okay.
And it, oh.
Yeah.
They both die there. So
Toronto
Tokyo's huge.
He's having the time of his life. He's going to be level 4 when Jugger's level 2.
Yeah,
a classic
he used to
safe
be.
lane.
He used to be the mid laner, right?
True. He's very familiar with playing with levels. But
not on disruptive, maybe.
I think Matthew wasn't expecting to get in tower range there, and then it was too late. Because they were going to hunt that Juggernaut and get that kill, but the way he curved back didn't really work out. Matthew trying to help out. Smile here in mid.
There's the stun. Raises. How many can he get? 2 in a row.
Nice side step,
GPK,
too.
he's just going to get right click down, trying to get something out of it, but Matthew will live, and GPK will go down to C Smile.
Really nice movement from C Smile to dodge that LSA there. It's pretty important. I actually think he lives if that LSA lands. Whisper has the cookie.
He does. Oh, he actually stuns both heroes. Very nicely done. He might be dead, although Nightfall has run out. Blood Grenade is on him as well. Will he tick out? Eats a tango.
He's fine.
And Matthew, he's going to be the sacrifice.
Matthew's not.
Glimpse back and dies to the glimpse.
Yeah, if Whisper connects that Scatter Blast on the Jugger as well, that's a different story, but did not. So had to back out.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Pakaz playing on the Bloodseeker. We've seen that quite a few times. I believe that was game 1 when he was playing this, and he absolutely destroyed. Pure, has he played anything other than Doom in this series?
No.
Okay, just checking, because that's what I thought as well.
I feel like it's half his games this tournament.
Which is kind of weird because Pakaz. Wow. Okay, Blast Off, I assume, was used. Indeed, it's on cooldown. Nice pick off from BetBoom. But from Pure's perspective, like when he was on Entity and he was playing carry, it was basically offlane heroes, but he would play so many different ones. Oh, it's a little unfortunate to see him getting pigeonholed. I mean, where's the Pudge at, Cinderin? Is that not a hero?
Not as much as it was, so. That's basically the short version of it.
I mean,
a lot of the
what else
heroes
did
that
he play at that time? It was Doom.
He played Safe Lane Lash. He played Pudge.
Blaze Fury. Whisper able to get to the low ground. Nicely done. It's going to be greeted by Nightfall on the stairway to hell. Glimpse back. Whisper now completely out of mana, but forcing Nightfall to continue to try to chase as
this is
such a
long chase.
And Panda get kills. There's the Blood Grenade from afar from Toronto Tokyo. Unfortunately, Roche not here to try to kill Whisper. He was looking for that potential deny. And yeah, this is taking extra long. He gets the courier. All right.
Oh God, that took. They lost like 2 creep waves on this kill almost. I mean, that surely can't be worth it for the Jug to spend that long just to get the last hit. Instead of calling it, like the kill was there. Yeah, could have got it on Disruptor probably.
LSA connects from GPK, but he's going to take a Blood Grenade Decay combo.
And in the meantime, while that was happening, bottom C Smile did get a double kill top. I mean, he got one of the kills himself, I think, but the other one. 2 heroes were killed. Toronto Tokyo's the one.
Oh, Whisper glimpse back. Man, that's so annoying.
Toronto Tokyo's level
6 minutes in. Huge. Level 3 glimpse. And we can see the replay of the play that we missed. Yeah, see Smile with the rotation. And severely outnumbering Pure.
Yep. And they end up TPing down the Shadow Fiend here because there was such a huge wave in the tower that farm cannot go to waste. Since Whisper is glimpsed back to base.
Yeah, Pakaz left without a support now. Pure with the Infernal Blade. And the glimpse back from Toronto Tokyo, who shows up through the gate. Bloodright's coming for Pure. He's just going to tank it up. And with a Thunder Strike applied, it should be enough for the Scorcher if the Thunder right clicks. Indeed it is. And now Panda has come to feed away his Tombstone and potentially his life as well.
Such a nice
blast off hits. Infernal Blade to follow. There is a TP coming from EG. Panda, I think, will be okay, although the Glimpse comes in, pulling a Cinder in. Should never call it one way or the other because you'll always be wrong. Especially when you're actually Cinder in. Matthew.
Oh, damn. That's very
Reaching
toxic.
a little bit of XP. Trying to slow down Pure is Pakas still not level 6, but he's really fast all of a sudden.
Smile has arrived.
Save. Goodbye. Up the Infernal Blade again from Pure. He's getting a lot of value out of this, but C-Smile shows up like you said, and now the triple team action onto Pure. Well, we'll try to TP out another raise, and right-click will do it, so they have to walk back the old-fashioned way as Pakas secures himself a double kill.
Yeah, they needed that badly, because this map was starting to look pretty rough for EG. The Doom Techies lane was doing exceptionally well, and the Disruptor going through the gate to help them out with those mega high levels. Yeah, big difference. Whisper will get a very late 8-minute Vanguard. He has 20 CS, probably his worst laning stage of the entire tournament in this game. He shut him down very well. The Nightfall is not letting him breathe either, just constantly on top of him in this lane.
Top tower is under attack.
But those kills top more or less equalize things. So good news for EG there that they managed to find a way to get C-Smile this involved. It's kind of unusual to see mid Shadow Fiends move this much, but if you find the kills, it's well worth it. And Dota right now, kills are so valuable that it's okay to give up the very efficient farming that Shadow Fiend can do.
Dust.
Yeah, Matthew's in trouble.
Yep. Not even bothering to run away because there is a glimpse. Actually, Omni Slash being used, and none of them go to the creeps, but he's going to be greeted on the other side of the trees by C-Smile. Gets a couple raises to the back of the head at Nightfall, but he will be able to walk away. Toronto Tokyo not so lucky, but rotations from EG, if it's just the support, I think BetBoom will be fine with that. C-Smile continuing on.
Yeah.
Just gets a couple more raises for his efforts.
I gotta get up
And I'll have to back away. Yeah, talk to me about the build that the panel discussed with GPK going for Aether Lens. Do you like what the... I mean, it seems to be every Lina that's going in this tournament at least.
I mean, the right-click build just got nerfed so exceptionally hard that you don't really have the same luxury, I think, of deviating very much from the casting build. It just seems inferior most of the time to do. So the reason this hero in particular loves Aetherland so much is Light Strike Array is a really strong spell, but it's very hard to land, and you really need that range for, first of all, to even reach it, but also for your own safety. Like, this hero does not want to get up very close to the enemy team. It has insane damage from long range, so it needs to keep that distance. And I feel like at this tournament, this is like the only hero we see buy this item. It's kind of funny, right? Because like all the supports that used to buy Aetherlands are buying Glimmers, they're buying Pavises, buying Force Staffs, but Lina will buy this item because it's just too important. She has to keep that distance. And once you have the lens, you just triple down on magic damage, so you go for the Ags to get that Flame Cloak.
Yep. And I think it was Purge that was talking about, and I agree that every Lina game that I've seen, it feels like once you get to the mid game, they just never have mana in any of these fights. Like half the time you're running back to base, TPing back, and with that, the other team can take advantage of your
Maybe
absence.
you need to start playing her with Pugna.
Yeah, the mana battery.
Yeah.
Treat her as a Storm Spirit. Yeah, potentially. What happened to Coddle, by the way? I forgot that hero existed. That was so popular in the beginning of the patch.
He got some nerfs. Fell off his horse.
That tends to happen when you're really old. Usually it's fatal, but hopefully he'll be back at some point.
He is being taken care of in the tavern.
Radiant's courier has been
Considering his voice lines, that sounds a little nefarious. He has quite the obsession with a certain type of person.
That type of person is any woman in the game.
Yep, that's right.
He's a real old creep. He even has a voice line for Broodmother.
It doesn't discriminate. Based on species, doesn't matter.
Real sick old fuck.
Matthew's got his track online now. Putting on the Pure. Whisper not out. Wow, glimpse into the Static Storm, yeah. We got the rotation from a couple of EG's members. And now got the Rupture on the Toronto Tokyo. That should be a freebie. Blast off does hit, but I'm not sure what Dave wanted to get out of that other than a double kill for Pakas.
I think he did it too late. If he wanted to protect his mines, that could have been interesting, but they cleared them up really fast there with Pakas and Whisper, so I actually really like the spin TP out from Jug. He just called the play off instantly. He was like, this is bait. Get the hell out of here. And he will escape, but save stuck around a little bit too long. I think they could have cut that with just a disruptor casualty.
Radiant's bottom tower.
EG
is
quick on
under
the
attack.
reaction and setting up that bait with their Snapfire get paid off pretty well.
Dire's top
Speaking of
tower
snap
is
now.
under attack.
Teleporting up to top to get some more farm and protect this tower. And things are gonna calm down a little bit. Good amount of kills for this game, you gotta say. 12 minutes in. Never 10 the score line. Nobody really ahead in the game, so to speak. I mean, the gold is pretty much dead even. And the biggest loser of the cores in this game, which is a rare side, Whisper, once again, having a tough one here.
Yep.
Curious to see how that's going to impact EG's dynamic, because most of the time he's doing a lot for them in active.
Considering he's 900 behind Doom, that's actually better than I thought, if I'm being totally honest, considering how shut down he's been. Glimpse back, shield rune, tanks up a lot of that. Now you got the Laguna Blade to rip through, and
Radiant's
his
middle
GPK
tower is under
and
attack.
company take out the bounty.
It's so insane. Laguna Blade costs 150 mana level 1. It
Really?
costs the same mana as Dragon Slave.
That is
Isn't
odd.
that bizarre?
Oh, doesn't Dragon Slave basically do that much damage?
500? That would be insane, man.
No, I mean,
First
once-
pick hero.
Once you get
Dire's
all
top
the
tower
items
is
online,
under
it does like,
attack. Dire's structures.
I mean, then
500
Laguna just
something.
does more.
huh?
Then Laguna just does more as well. What do you mean?
It's too late to have back and forth banter with the inventory guy.
That isn't banter. You're just being stupid. Now you're just playing it off. Oh, it was banter. Oh, I was just kidding,
Yeah,
bro.
no, that was very good and smart banter, actually.
Clever.
That you refuse to banter back.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
You know, it's like
humor.
a tennis match where you just eat the tennis ball when I hit it to you. You know, you just consume it. 14-minute wisdom rune.
Proteins.
Save will take it.
Probably just fibers, actually.
Kaz has a maelstrom and is working on the BKB.
So Wisdom Rune over there. I wonder if he's going to take that one as well, or if they're leaving it for another core. Since he's in the neighborhood, I guess he's
Radiant's
just going to
courier
Oh yeah.
has been killed.
Oh, that's the boost of travel. That's pretty nice. Will it cost him his life? Well, he gets glimpsed back.
Radiant's
LSA already
middle tower
used.
is under attack.
Blast off does clip him. And GPK with the Dragon Slave, right? That's what that spell was?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, just checking.
That did about the same amount of damage as Laguna would have.
That's right.
Rupture on Jug. He's going to enjoy a
Radiant's
little
middle
stare
tower
down.
is under attack.
Kaz, however,
Yep, another glimpse. Man, Toronto Tokyo is all over the place this game. Omni Slash on top of the Static Storm, but the TP is good.
this is an
Now
invisible
rotation
Shadow
is made.
Fiend. This can be really scary. He can wind up the full Requiem, and he might find a really good angle on Nightfall here. No vision.
Kaboom! Okay, not as much damage as I thought, but it's still gonna be
Almost
enough.
as much as a Dragon Slave, but it
Mortimer has
didn't
kissed
get the
his. Yeah,
job
if
done.
only they had that spell, it would have been over a long time ago. Toronto Tokyo with the kinetic field, but the little shredder from Whisper
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
gets the kill, and now the tier 1 tower looks to be next for
Radiant
EG.
structures are fortified.
That is such a big rune to have right there. It's the perfect moment of opportunity. Gets the Jug kill, gets the Disruptor follow-up, gets the tower. All of this set up by C-Smile, getting maximum value out of an Invis rune.
Radiant's bottom
This
tower
play was flat out impossible without it. Could have had anything else, and they wouldn't have found that opportunity. So, big plays. They will lose their top tower to Pure, but still well worth it. Matthew was looking for the deny, didn't quite get it. Still EG progressing.
PK still walking around with brown boots. His inventory looks pretty pathetic for the 16-minute mark, but obviously 2k gold on the courier, essentially. He waits for that to respawn. And
Eyeing
is
up
he?
the shard?
Yeah, he will be going for the shard. And that is when you start stacking up the damage on all these skills for Lina.
Yep.
I mean, I like the concept of the shard and the Aghanim Scepter. We just haven't really seen it work, really.
I think there was a game earlier yesterday where it owned, right? It was, I'm forgetting who played it, but it was the first showing of it in this stage of the tournament, I think. It was like a last pick and it absolutely obliterated the game. But it's also a matter of how comfortable GPK with it. Like, I don't know how much these players have how much time they've all had to
Radiant
practice it.
structures
Lina
are
is,
fortified.
it's not like Lina's a very complicated hero, but you still need to have like a certain feel. especially with that
Radiant's
build, right? If you're used to
middle
playing the
tower is
different style, definitely need to take it for a couple of spins
Radiant's
before you
middle tower
truly
has fallen.
understand the flow of it.
Yep, I would assume that that's true as well. See Smile has that DD. Pressuring the tier 2 now, already at half health.
He hits real hard. Did you know
Especially
double
with that
damage
little shredder?
your damage twice as high?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's incorrect. It's your base damage.
Yep, that's right. And he doesn't, level 15 is when you get the aura affecting
Man, they're
buildings.
just giving it up.
Yeah, and with the little shredder and that, they got a lot of minus armor save. Will not die,
Dire's
Cinderin.
top
I'm really
tower
surprised
is
they
under
didn't defend
attack.
this tower. I feel like giving up this control already for the side of BetBoom with the heroes you have should not be the case. I mean,
They
I know,
must be
I know
close to something.
maybe they felt like they couldn't fight the BKB Shadow Fiend, but okay,
Oh, we
Matthew.
have the Doom.
Oh my god, they hate Matthew a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of ults.
All right, get him out of there.
Rupture was used, but looks like everyone's going to get out.
Fury ruptured.
Pure does not know
Pure.
he's ruptured.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I feel like they were waiting for some items, like Pipe being one of those for Pure. He just picked that up now. It's being delivered, I believe, and maybe they just weren't ready. Not sure if the Boots of Travel were on GPK.
Radiant's bottom tower
I mean,
is
Jug,
under attack.
I guess, can fight now that he has Yasha Battle Fury, but would
It's
like to
still-
have FLSNY first.
I know it's a strong Shadow Fiend with BKB, but you can still defend your towers by just casting a couple of spells. You don't have to take the full-on engagement.
Radiant's bottom
Did just give that
tower
one
is
up.
under attack.
Matthew getting some really valuable information here. Would love to see him not track the Jug, but just stick around on him and get some information for his teammates.
Yep, Panda spotting save. Blast off does hit. Spirit Vessel will find him as well. He's going to pop that Tombstone along with the Flesh Golem. But Nightfall with the Omni Slash will delete him and farm up the tomb. Like you said, Matthew continuing to spot these guys. They don't have gem or anything like that. He's going to be able to get away. Yeah, that's 2 tier 2 towers uncontested, and actually the tier 3 bot is half health. I did not see that.
Yeah, they've definitely been pressured a lot in these lanes, but at the very least they are protecting themselves from getting overrun by these bounty hunter information plays. Like if you get too claustrophobic on the map and you start being scared of moving out, you just get out farmed. So that's something that BetBoom have done a really good job at, is keeping up their GPMs
Gold per
and their
minute.
GPKs.
Matthew spotting save now. Will kill the mine. And the taser's about to pop.
Invis Pig.
Continuing
That's
to get
spooky.
chased, but now Nightfall's going to get involved to save his little comrade. And now the Glimpse back, because they did spot Matthew, but
A minor
looks to
inconvenience.
just be a disengage for the most part. Yeah, between Little Shredder, presence of the Dark Lord with the aura, you have, I think, Solar Crest being built on Undying. That's a lot of minus armor.
Absolutely.
I feel like they could have gone Roche already, even though this is kind of early.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely within the... I mean, they also have Undying. He's so good at it, right? So... I love playing this hero. It's so annoying.
Yeah, you just get satisfaction knowing that you're annoying somebody. The Smile glimpsed into a kinetic field, but no follow-up to come. And he is rocking a BKB Dragonlance. Has an ultimate orb right now, so will be a Lincoln Sphere on the menu for him.
Yeah, protection against the Doom, primarily. Also can help you against Climps in certain situations.
It's funny, after the 10-minute mark, we've seen very little action.
Guess the delay on the stream is shorter now than it was earlier. They listen to your call way faster.
That makes sense.
Going for the Roche. Aegis, who do you want to put it on? Shadow Fiend or Bloodseeker?
That's a good question.
I would like to see it on C-Smile. Therefore, it will be going on... Okay,
No, you're correct.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
now this hero uses Aegis really well. He is a must focus in fights because he's generally pretty fragile, but he has like insane damage per health, so to speak. So he's a very good natural kill for the enemy team because you remove so much damage for so little effort. With the Aegis, it becomes really, really challenging. And it's already a high-risk kill a lot of the time, because if you fail and he gets to use all his stuff, you generally have a tendency of just getting team wiped. If you go on Shadow Fiend, you don't execute it. But with the Aegis, it's going to be a lot harder to land it.
Now, considering he's about to finish Lincoln's and already has BKB, he's already very hard to kill. And from Kaz's side, he has the BKB and will be going Manta, actually. Okay. Manta style.
Yep.
Talk to me about this pickup.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around it as well. I mean, there's a couple of cool plays in the game, right? You can dodge Glimpse if you do it well. I guess it's a pretty good item to have against Omni Slash. You can, if you use it correctly and you spread it out, you can maybe protect yourself from getting Omni'd if you send an illusion away and he jumps on that. Also, a decent item against Doom. If you react fast, he blinks in on you. You Manta dodge War Stomp, or you make it harder for him to land the Doom. There's definitely uses in this game, but they're all very high skill and very timing based. So Pakaz effectively putting himself under some pressure here, needing to execute. It's not a safe choice, I would say, because if you don't get any of those utilities out of it, it feels like you could have bought something better. I think a lot of people in this game would maybe buy Sanjin Yasha instead, because reduced Doom duration, right? Primarily, more tankiness.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of surprising to me to see the Manta. I think most of the time he would opt for SNY here, and it's interesting. He hasn't committed yet, though.
Tower has fallen.
Maybe he will change his mind, but for now it is the working strategy.
Well. Is this a blood miss game at some point?
Dire's structures are falling.
Could be. I don't think the Manta really makes a difference for that.
If you get Radiant's blood miss, then yes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Then the Manta gets real bad, boy. Sound like a drunken Jenkins.
Yeah, that was you.
Oh.
Well, if you look at that stat, it looks like Whisper's having an amazing game, but not quite the case. He's just opted for an early Crimson. In the build order, that is.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, Snapfire will get this later, if at all. Oh yeah, he's just going full Aura Bot, which means good chance he will get doomed. GBK now has the Flame Cloak. He's going to try to find an angle. Oh, that was close.
Oh, Laguna
Holy
Blade.
shit.
On the second Laguna Blade, almost hit there as well.
Radiant's top tower is under
Would have been the
attack.
kill for sure.
Yeah, that extra 700 damage Dragon Slave would have definitely done it.
Radiant's
Does it
top
actually
tower
keep track of how much? Does it just show the stacks when the damage
Dire's
gets
middle
increased?
tower is under attack.
I think so. I
I guess you just do the math, right? 7 times 20.
Yeah, so
140.
Plus 140 on all the spells, and then you have any additional spell amp you have, and you have the Flame Cloak multiplier.
So what is the actual damage? It's 325
Plus 140.
plus 140, and then there's a talent 150. No, that's
Light
let's say. Sorry about that. Yeah.
But then the Flame Cloak also added on top, right?
There's spell amp, 11% spell amp at 20.
And Flame Cloak gives 35.
Yeah, that's okay. I can't do that math anymore.
So yeah, Dragon Slave deals about like 600 damage when you have all the things.
Oh, so basically what I said, yeah.
Yeah, and then Laguna
Dire's
Blade
middle
also.
Yeah, if you kept that at level 1. That was the point. It was a terrible point, but it was a point. Save will actually get out.
Yep.
No
Used
second stun.
Spended all their stuns there.
Mushroom cloud. Told there'd be a mushroom cloud.
Let's see how EG are going to want to use this Aegis, because there's only 2 minutes left. As C-Smile just killed the... That courier has Eagle Song on it. Rupture on a Nightfall, he'll have to TP out. Is there a way for him to cancel? No. Because probably going to have to go for... In fact, he is going Basher now. This happened a lot in game number 1 as well. Now that the BK... Or, how many BKBs do we have, actually? I mean, his Eagle Song is on the courier, but he couldn't actually complete his Butterfly.
I have the SF and the Bloodseeker. Those are the only ones. Nobody.
None on the side of BetBoom. Interesting. Well, C-Smile going to put this Aegis to use. With the Presence Aura now activated. Laguna Blade. And the right click. C-Smile. He's going to have to pop his BKB and actually does die right after. That's big. BetBoom knowing this. Get off the LSA. Great timing, actually. The Static Storm not going to be used to full effect.
Told there'd be a
as they didn't want to jump him.
Cloud.
Kind of trading skills in some respect, but the Aegis has now evaporated.
That Lina damage was pretty nutty, I have to say.
Yeah, the cloak, what is it called? Cloak something?
He's got Flame Cloak, he's got the Vambrace, and he had, I'm assuming he had 7 stacks running when they went for that as well on Fiery Soul. Pretty scary stuff.
It's definitely a cool axe. I really like the concept. Makes you tankier too with the magic resist. It's a hell of a lot too. And I think one of the big changes of this last patch is it increased the duration by 2 seconds. It was only 6 seconds before, which is really short. Now it's 8.
Yeah.
So still a small window, but it got buffed in like 3 different ways.
Oh, right, I forgot when you activate it, you get max Fiery Soul.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, that's right. That also happened in the past, so she's always going to have max stacks when she uses it.
Look at this damage. So they're kind of returning the favor to EG. As Nightfall. Ooh. Toronto Tokyo TP's out. This could give them an opportunity to actually go for Nightfall, but he's so fast.
Very
My goodness.
quick.
Matthew is not going to pursue any further.
He's looking for someone else, though. He might find the duo.
Okay.
What an insane play call to get out there at that exact timing. That was just really clutch.
I actually can't believe they got away.
That was so clutch. They farmed the exact amount that they were able to before they had to disengage.
I wonder what the communication was to not pursue the jug any further there.
I mean, nobody was getting in range. He runs as fast as the EG's line up, so they're never catching up. So he was looking for someone else that he could cut off up at the gate. They got out just in time.
And there's Nightfall's butterfly.
Mandatory item this game. You're against Shadow Fiend and Bloodseeker. You have to have this EHP. Might see him buy a Scotty as well. Need to beef up a little bit. Looking at an Axe for now, though, and a Nullifier in any order. Axe also really, really nice. Buy you that second, do some good burst damage. You're clutch with it. You can dodge some things. Dodge like a cookie. Bloodright.
BetBoom with the smoke now. They're going to get tracked as it's broken by Matthew. Nicely done. So that'll put that to a stop. And I don't believe any Tormentors have been killed. They're still waiting to die. That's their job. The lore is very strong with those buildings, or neutrals as it were. And for BetBoom, let's see. So BetBoom will be the Techies or Disruptor.
Snap it. Oof. Okay.
She's fine. Don't worry about it.
I thought for a moment that could get scary, but GPK cannot kill a full HP Snapfire. That would be 2,000 damage with the magic resist of the pipe. Would be pretty incredible.
All right, I think it's time to get a grab ally. There we go. Thank you, EG. And grab ally. Oh, Whisper. Wait. Does Bounty have one already? Oh no, Undying already has grab ally. Okay. So we're gonna see the cookie shard.
Wait, hang on. Did they? No, they didn't steal. He actually bought it.
He bought it. Instead of just saying, hey guys, can you come kill this?
I mean, in game number 1, he did have that clutch moment of saving the Darkseer from the Doom, right? With the tombstone. So
yeah,
maybe
we
he's like,
saw that.
We're against Doom. It worked that time. Let's do it again. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, but why not just have...
What is the activation range of it again?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's melee. Or if
it's longer than that. I think it's like 400 maybe.
Okay, that's good then. You can grab from 400 range.
Lotus Orb, more defensive items for the Snapfire has just, in this game, Whisper has just taken on the role of full-on utility, not going for the Axe, which is also utility, but it's getting all of those auras so they can stand their ground with their Shadow Fiend, with their Bloodseeker, stand and deliver.
Oh my. Nightfall only a point booster away from Axe, so that was his choice over Nullifier. C-Smile has Shield Rune.
And Arcane Rune.
And Arcane Rune. This would be a good fight for EG potentially. As a smoke from BetBoom. Both teams want to fight. Roche is up, and it's on the Radiant side. We've been seeing a lot of dire fights today.
Save gets to set up here with Techies. He has 2 proximity mines ready to go, so see what area he chooses to cover with this.
Yeah,
Opt to go pretty far up here and set up at the Lotus Pool.
they don't want to take those because that will show that they are there. That is visible. Because his smoke will break. Okay, they actually get the initiation. He gets the grab ally though. Bloodseeker inside the tombstone. Safe and sound, nice and cozy. He actually zips right out because he wants to right click. Toronto Tokyo goes down to the belches from Mortimer. You can see Doom currently feared in the corner. They're gonna find him all on his lonesome. It's like the Blair Witch Project. You just can't look away. And now Nightfall ruptured, but gets the Omni Slash out, but that's a lot of units to go through. A lot of them onto Whisper. He actually does get a kill with it. And it's basically full HP now, but Seagull pops the BKB. Can he right click away with that Hurricane Pike? Nightfall finally gets off the Blade Fury, but it's only gonna buy him a few seconds as he will drop to the deck. Double kill for C-Smile. And GPK continuing out. Blast off is gonna get for save. Force step into the pit, but C-Smile dies. Nicely done from BetBoom as the Laguna Blade back up. Triple kill for GPK, and some way, somehow, BetBoom wins this fight.
I don't know if they won. They had to use 2 buybacks to draw, I feel like. They do get some key kills in the end, and that could have got way worse. They would have lost the Roche if they didn't expend, especially the Techie's buyback there coming in clutch.
Did he doom himself? Was that a reflected doom
so I think
earlier?
they get the Lotus off. No, they didn't. It was a reflected Laguna, which did almost no damage, actually.
Oh, I see.
But yeah.
No, before that.
Oh, is he doomed? You're right.
He's muted right now, so I
you're right.
can't mute in any other way, I don't think.
I thought they got it off after, but you're absolutely right. Yeah, very close fight, though. I feel like Lina did a massive amount of output in that fight, though.
Yeah, and you can see they reset here.
Omni, sick damage.
And I cannot believe how many Omnis went to the Snapfire. Poor Whisper. Has all the auras in the world. Reflected the Doom.
Oh, this just reminded me, does anyone ever buy Ghost Scepter? It's like, that's a classic item against Juck, but I guess nobody buys it because of Nullifier. It just feels like a dead item, actually. I don't think I've seen a Ghost Scepter this tournament. He's actually queuing it up on Snap now. That's funny. And Undying has one? Okay, I take it back.
Pay attention, you idiot.
No, that's funny, because I was like, this is usually what happens to Jug, is that people just Ghost Scepter, but I have barely seen this item all tournament, but now...
Roshan being taken by BetBoom. You can see the wraparound from EG, trying to give BetBoom a little taste of their own medicine, but Toronto Tokyo has high ground advantage. Aegis taken by Nightfall. And Pure's going to jump in, looking for it. Okay, the grab ally comes in, but not a whole lot of damage done because of that BKB on the bounty. GPK will TP out as the Requiem comes out from C-Smile. So the rest of EG... And they have the reflection on the Omni Splash. Nicely done.
From an enemy.
It's nice. Whole lot of 0 damage done as a result. And where's the Lina? Has to walk back the old-fashioned way. This is still a 5v4. The bounty's going to be the first to fall for EG. Buys back into the game, though. Static Storm, Kinetic Field. C-Smile completely surrounded now by enemies. And he's going to get destroyed. And now EG on the run. Whisper kind of left all alone by the rest of his team because they can't do anything anymore. Pekaz gets 1. And that's all he gets.
Such a good fight from BetBoom. Despite the Omni Slash doing nothing. At the very least, they transported each other to the bottom of the map. So it was a good place for him to fight afterwards. But yeah, they find the perfect opening there. They force Matthew's BKB first off on that bounty, and then they get the Doom afterwards.
That's all you had to hear for that one.
Yep.
If you're only listening and not watching, you know exactly what happened. That's right, Pekaz died to Laguna.
Yeah.
That's the E-Blade from GPK. And he is truly styling now. They take the tier 2 tower, and why not keep going? Bloodseeker down for a full minute. Shadow Fiend just comes online now, but he doesn't have full souls, so won't be at full effectiveness. Swift Slash online for Nightfall as he has the Aegis for another 3 minutes. And EG just trying to delay as much as possible. E-Blade again, this time onto the Snapfire. Swift Slash is there, but a grab ally again will save a teammate. But now the Tombstone's so far away that the effectiveness outside of the save is not too big. Now they can just focus on the barracks. A little bit of mist stun there from the Doom. And Nightfall and company will claim Arax. Surely they'll get this.
Aegis as well. There's so much room for error here. Nice job dodging these Lina stuns.
Marcus is trying to slow this down, but Nightfall is just going to get the melee, Blade Fury, and walk away.
A healing ward will undo all of that damage that Snapfire just did. I think they can keep going. This is just... It's a minefield for EG. You need to not get hit by any of these stuns. If you get hit by a Lina stun from half a screen away, you're in trouble. If you get Blink War Stomped, you're in trouble. Then you can get glimpsed after, even if you do get away. Nightfall with the Aegis will provide all the vision they need. He can just frontline. It's very hard for EG to kill this Jugger once, so twice is going to be almost impossible.
He'll
just keep beelining down mid. I mean, why not? All right, he'll change his mind. All right, he's going back down mid. He was waiting for a wave.
That's why not.
Oh, yep. Well, okay. Now he's... Never mind.
8K lead for BetBoom. Wait, what is he going for? Is he going Scotty? He's only the point booster away now? Oh my god, he's so far.
He is enormous.
Filthy
GPK,
boy.
the biggest of them all, level 25.
Oh yeah, what is even the 25 talent on it here?
Laguna Blade is pure.
Oh, that's been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we have seen a couple Laguna Blades used on BKB targets and done 0 damage, so if that happens again, it will, I mean...
Doesn't this technically reduce the damage of the ult if you have E-Blade and... Wait, so E-Blade amplifies magic damage, but not pure, correct? Or does it also amplify pure? Am I being old here?
They changed this at some point, and I don't remember which way it went.
It shouldn't amplify pure.
The way that I think about it is pure damage is not amplified by that, but I don't really know. I'm sure Purge is screaming at us right now.
Yeah.
Radiant's top
It must be so exhausting to know everything. Imagine.
Yeah.
You have space for nothing else in your brain. You're just a walking dictionary. All right,
more so an encyclopedia. Yeah, Swift Slash, but Crimson Guard going to mitigate a lot of this damage for a short period of time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You can see the fear periodically being right-clicked from C-Smile with that shard of his. And Nightfall going to reposition. Now that the Aegis has about 20 seconds left, does not want to be caught off guard. Going to Swift Slash some crepes.
Full heal instantly with that Blade Dance lifesteal talent.
Yeah, that is a good one. It's funny that people weren't going for that at all when it first came out, and now suddenly, oh, it's good, I guess. Tormentor time. Just do it. Just do your supports a favor. Please. Say, Toronto's like, please, I need it. GPK. And he will get it.
Amazing. He's been waiting all game for the shard. He's so happy right now.
Yep, incredible range now on the Thunder Strike.
There is that Doom Refresher again. It's starting to look like a potential repeat of the last game. Not exactly in the same fashion, but BetBoom with a potential killing blow coming up sometime soon with that double Doom. No one is safe if they get found by GPK. Matthew gonna break the Lincolns, but nobody nearby to help him anyway. EG are really struggling to find an opening into the game. Like this. Their lineup is extremely limited on catch, so the way fights are naturally breaking out is that the two teams will just kind of just clash, and then you're gonna... I mean, I say they like catch. They have the Bounty Hunter plus Snapfire, but this time around, the Snapfire does not have the Ags, so you're a little bit more limited in your ways of just flat out running in and bursting. And the turnaround potential from BetBoom is so insanely scary. This can happen to you.
Okay. Considering he E-bladed later, I think we're correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless he really screwed it up.
Doom agrees. That was a 2.5k burst, right? I think Bloodseeker went from 3k to 500.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Good guideline to keep in mind for when he's gonna obliterate everyone else. That means only Shadow Fiend can survive. Actually, Snapfire might with the pipe. I think she's okay. But now that Laguna is pure, it's probably going to be close, actually.
Oh, what's the... We talked about Whisper last game, this game as well. He's 2 levels away from the 20 talent Still some gold away from MKB, but if you were to get this, this could be that little extra boost that EG needs. Of course, he has been targeted a lot in these fights, considering he is the aura man.
Yeah. And
But they do have grab ally to save him. So
it might be coming. It might be coming a little bit too late as well. That's the other thing. Like, it's a. I don't know if it's gonna do enough in terms of damage. I think the most important thing right now is finding a way of getting a good Requiem, but it's just so difficult. Because you need to get some spread damage going so that your Bloodseeker can ramp up in the fight. But BetBoom are just very... what's the word? Structured in their pushes.
Alright, Save has his own shard now. So the old reactive taser on allies.
Put that on the Doom. Goes real fast. Get him in there.
Yep,
And they
for
keep
sure.
controlling the map very well, so the only hero from EG that is outside the base is Matthew. Going through some major cope here, trying to kill couriers. Out in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, do what you gotta do. You know?
It's going Sanjin Yasha.
I mean, just imagine if there's a rapier coming. You know? Very feasible.
Don't understand the Sanjin Yasha. Are they just trying to all become carries? Or what's the idea?
Afraid of Doom? That's really the only thing.
Then you would buy Halberd, right? Because then you also have a utility ability. Oh, it's quite peculiar. I don't think I've seen a Sanjin Yasha the Bounty Hunter support ever.
Radiant are
Actually,
scanning.
it's a core item on this hero when you play it as a 3 or as a carry.
Smoke from EG, and they can't just sit in their base, so this is probably the move they need to make, because the longer they stay,
Well,
the longer the deficit
in their
becomes.
base.
Yeah, they did this the other game as well, where they smoke and they just... Oh, was that them? Maybe that was actually BetBoom. Yeah, I think it was game 1. BetBoom just smoked and stood around in this area.
Do find an angle now, potentially. This is a good place for
Smoke
Undying
out
to
from
fight.
BetBoom. Double damage spawns bot. I'm not sure if anybody spotted that, though. And Roche will be up in 10 seconds, and this will have the old Aghanim Scepter.
Mine blew up there, so information being gathered. This is one of the biggest upsides of techies, I feel like. It's just so incredibly good at roshing. You get all this information for free, and it not only do you get info, it also deals damage whenever, so you get a little bit of a head start in the fight.
All right, Roche is available for the pickings. Aghanim Scepter waiting for anybody to take. And C-Smile and company continue to kill these mines as the high ground advantage again for BetBoom. Oh, but the glimpse back, there's not going to be a grab ally for this fight. Laguna Blade deletes him. Does have buyback though, will likely expend it here. Indeed, that is the case, as Pure is ruptured. And Mortimer's Kisses is coming for him, but you see the healing ward getting such good value out of this. Basically mitigating all of this. In fact, he's just going to get the Doom onto the Bloodseeker, and now can just walk off everything else. The Undying has died again. That is a dieback. As Matthew pops his BKB, but he's getting pursued by GPK with that ridiculous range. Glimpse back into his arms. Down he goes again. Blast off connects onto the Bloodseeker. Pakaz pops the BKB, trying to right-click his way through this. Is against the Juggernaut. E-Blade on his teammate, I believe, to save him for the time being. Nice cookie from Whisper into the Scatterblast. GPK, another deletion. He's going to reformat the entire EG squad. Gracious. Only one survives and only one buyback right now from EG. And I think BetBoom can just finish this.
C-Smile didn't even survive. He bought back as well. He got killed by the Juggernaut off camera. He got Omni-Slash in the face. Right in the noggin.
Wow.
And this is probably just game over. EG.
I think so.
Nothing left in the tank. C-Smile outliving his best life in the jungle.
Yep, the buyback comes out, so it's going to be a 2v4 to try and defend the Ancient, but the GGs come out. And BetBoom, very impressive display, going against a really strong EG team that seems like they've been peaking lately. But BetBoom showing that their ceiling is pretty damn high as well.
I love the Lina this game, I have to say. Like you said, it's been pretty hit or miss. This game was a big hit.